Today I'm gonna start the recruiting and show you how the recruiting process goes. Usually, recruiting process vary by every country and uh, every there are different process. Like if they are experienced hire, it would be a different process, or if it's a college grads or campus placements in India, it's a different process. And for internal employees, it would be a different process, and for external employees it would be a different process. So in recruiting, there will be many different process, and each company will follow their own. Uh, I will proxy into recruiting head. There is a one recruiting account in the system. The reason is that there are many requisitions and interviews and job applications with this particular employee. Her name is Tessa Walker. Usually, most of the recruiting I'm proxying into her account and showing that. The reason is
Okay.
that he's the head of the recruiting or recruiting admin.
Okay. Shashi, just want to know one thing. Like recruitment and onboarding is interrelated or it's independent?
Independent. It's completely independent, and usually, if you see, recruiting will be in the same instance.
Mm-hmm.
We can see the recruiting in the same instance, but LMS, learning management system.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
hello.
Yes, Shashi.
Yeah, onboarding and LMS are two different systems. They are not in the BISEC system.
Okay, okay. Maybe can we start onboarding first and recruitment later on?
Onboarding
If
first.
yeah, because
Yeah, but I didn't have that system right now enabled.
okay, 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 Shashi, no problem. We thought of keeping experience of onboarding in the resume.
Let me just give me a second. Yeah, and coming to the recruiting, this would be the main page, like the recruiting dashboard, or they call it as the this is the recruiter's main page. That here they can see that how many new candidates are there and how many positions are opened and how many positions, how many. It's too small to view. Let me make the screen big. Hmm, Yeah. Uh, Then this is the recruiting screen. Like these are the nine candidates forwarded and 80 new candidates in the system. Like average days open is 20. 20 is nothing but a position is opened in the system averagely for 20 days. If you want to create a new position, we can create it from here. And if you want to create some offer letter, we have to create from here. I'll show you those options more clearly, but I just want to show you the screen that there is a project man. Let me show you one thing. Oh, this is a project execution lead. This is one position, and this requisition ID is nothing but we called a job posting as requisition in recruiting, and this is the job requisition ID. There will be a unique ID for all the different requisitions, and this is the hiring manager. Hiring manager is nothing but the manager who has a, like, let's say if I am a manager and I have 10 direct reports and there is one more position vacant in my team, then I would be the hiring manager. I'm the hiring manager, and recruiter is a different, hiring manager is different, and location of the position. That means it's in Beijing. Yeah, actually, this person is like the recruiting admin for the entire system. So you can see all different types of locations, like irrespective of country or a region, there are all locations. But usually, if you are working for a particular region or a particular country, you can see only those particular countries requisitions. Due date is nothing but this is the date that this requisition should be filled. And candidates is nothing but there are 16 candidates applied for this particular position. we can see that there are 16 different candidates applied for this position. And if you see this process, this is the route map, nothing but and this is how the uh, in the system new application after the new application comes in, the recruiter will phone screen. After the phone screening, they will shortlist the person. After shortlisting, they will interview the person. After that, if they qualify the interview, they will do the background check, and after that, assessment, offer, ready to hire. WOTC is nothing but uh, just give me a second. WOTC is a thing of white axis here. WOTC is a different one. Why it is here? Yeah, it's a working order tax credit or something in onboarding, but I'm not sure why it is here. Uh, Let me leave that one. And ready to hire is nothing but these guys finish the background check and everything, and he's ready to hire. Once offer letter is given, then he will be hired to the system. And after the hiring has been done, he will be going through a onboarding process. And there also will be unsuccessful means, if unsuccessful means automatic disqualified is nothing but if you are applying for any position, there will be some questions you should have to answer. I don't know whether there will be in US or in India or not, but in US, if you are applying for any position, there will be few questions whether you are eligible to work in US or not, whether do you need any sponsorship from the employer, or are you more than 18 years or age or not. Are you having a particular qualification like BTech in computer science or a master's in computer science? So if you didn't answer all those questions as expected, as the system expected, you will be automatically disqualified by the system. So if you may applied also, if you submitted your resume also, your resume won't be submitted into the requisition, and it will be kept in the automatic disqualified stage. uh, if there are some people here, like if the requisition is closed, all some people will come here and hired to other requisition is nothing but if a particular employee is if a particular candidate, not employee, candidate is applied for 2 or 3 different positions or requisitions, and that candidate is hired by like in the same organization, there are 2 3 different requisitions, and if that candidate is recruited by another requisition, so another job, so it will show as a hired to another requisition, so he won't be considered for this position, not anymore. This in last option is nothing but withdrawn by the candidate. So if you are not interested in the middle of the requisition, if you got a good opportunity, then this one you will go for this option. The candidates will go for this option. So these are the different statuses that will be there in the job requisition or recruiting process. Let me check what is WOTC. I am also not sure. Recruiting. Yeah, that is recruiting eligibility requirements. Employers can hire eligible employees from the following target groups: WO2C, unemployed veterans, temporary residents for need of family recipients, food stamps recipients. Yeah, it is a work opportunity tax credit. It's nothing but usually no companies will use this because this thing is like a federal thing only related to US, that there will be some compliances or regulations to the companies that they have to recruit like veterans also, some percentage of veterans are nothing but like mm, who finish their career in army and get back to their normal life. So those people, ex-army people and those all, uh, there is some compliance and regulations in the US that they should, in the company, there should be like this percentage of full-time employees of veterans, and this percentage of unpowered zones like a rural people or a temporary residence for need. So these are kind of people are there. So if someone applied in that category, like there will be some questions like, are you a veteran, are you a ex-army, or do you work in any of these armed forces? So you will be kept in that particular category. It's nothing but one particular status. So if you are trying to recruit those particular people for this requisition, you can just choose some people from there, or you can give some leverage to them, so that usually if they are not up to the mark, you can just you can recruit them by just giving some bias to them. So these are the different types of stages there. We can all configure that whichever we want. If you want a few more extra, you can do that. If you don't want to show all these, you can delete some. It completely depends on your uh, in the company's requirement. And these are nothing but, and these are the candidate's name on the left, and status is nothing but at what particular stage the employee is in. Is he shortlisted, or is he in the new application stage, or he is in the phone screening or onboarding? These are all the different statuses of this particular employee in that requisition. This is for only one job. We are seeing this for only one job posting. And there are three different candidates in the system. One is internal candidates, are nothing but if you are still working in the company and you are applying for a position which is already in your company only, so you would be considered as an internal candidate. External candidate is who is not in the organization and applying from outside. And another one is agencies. Agencies is nothing but there will be some agencies who will be helping the organizations to recruit employees. Like there will be like some middle vendors or something. They will be taking some commissions from the either the employee or the candidate or a company, and they will be working. And those companies are usually referred as agencies in the recruitment module. Candidate source is nothing but you can see different types of sources here. Whether he is like test career site RCM is nothing but whether he came from a recruiting site, like our job recruiting site, or a recruiter sourced, nothing but if your recruiter has some contacts, whether he's sourced directly through your phone or some other contacts, or yeah, recruiting agency sponsored, like some recruiting agency pushed that employee or referred that employee. And there will be employee referral, nothing but if you referred some of your friend or a relative, so that would comes as employee referral. And phone number last updated. Interview result is nothing but I think this guy has a, usually this is a test system, so nothing is perfect. It's like some kind of demo system. And there are some other features, like if you want to see like more information, since he's an internal candidate, you can see like different tags. I think green for the agency employees, and blue for the internal candidates, and orange for the external candidates. This is the external candidate profile. And if it's an agency, you can see it different. This is the agency, and you can see the agency details here. Calibri Recruiting Agency is the agency name. And if he's an internal employee, you can see his profile, SuccessFactors profile here. So these are the different types of options. uh, Job profile is nothing but you can see different types of jobs, like all the different types of job postings. And you can edit those job postings if you want and add a section. You can do that, which are predefined. Color, usually no one is, but I think we can edit those colors. uh, I think so, but I never tried it because they are pretty new. But I'm sure that we can edit. Order of what? Let me go back. Order of the people which we are showing. I think we can edit that in the UI. It's not any kind of settings. I think we can edit here only. If you see here, it's like kind of sorting. You can see now it comes in alphabetical order now. I think you can do it for every all the different tabs. It's a like kind of success factors functionality, default functionality only. It's not even for we should not have to do worry about any configuration or anything. If you want, you can just click this. It will sort based on the column. So if there are no any new people here, if you go to the second page, you can see the new people, all the new people at the bottom. So if you want to, we can customize how we want to view the row info. Row info, yes, yeah, we can do that. If you don't want to see the rating, you can do that. And if you don't want to see the last updated, yeah, you can configure these all things. It's not a most of the things is pretty configurable. The reason is that every client wants their own different types of configurations. No one wants to go with a standard or anything, because recruiting is a kind of more configurable kind of thing, because every company in one company only there will be different types of recruiting processes. Okay, each country will follow, and in the company also, in each country also there will be different. Like if they are hiring veterans, they will do in a different way. If they are hiring like a mm, experienced hires or a managers or a higher level people, they will hire in a different way. And if they are recruiting the college people, they will do in a different way. So these are the different types. uh, Candidate search, I think it's not enabled in this system, but usually it is related to succession planning. That means there will be talent pools, nothing but there will be pool of talent pools, all the based on their competencies and their skills. There will be different types of pools. Like if you know some Java or .NET, you will be in one type of IT people will be in one type of pool, and all the functional people will be on the one type of pool, and HRs will be, recruiters will be one type of. There will be different types of pools based on those. If you want to search the candidates internally in the system, then you can go to the candidate search, and based on their competencies and their skills, you can search the people in the entire pool. Like like let's say if a company has a 10,000 or 20,000 employees, and if you want to recruit a person from internally only, then you can search from the candidate search. Or if or we can there will be all different candidate search. Like every time when an employee is coming into the job recruiting site, and when applying through a job recruiting site, some companies will be asking the users to create an account in the job recruiting site. Like let's say if you want to apply for a Google, you should have to at least have a Gmail account. Okay, through Gmail account only you can apply through Google, to Google. In the same way for the Facebook also. If you want to apply for a Facebook, you have to have a Facebook account. If you have a Facebook account, you can directly apply it from your profile, Facebook profile. So all the profiles which are created, or all the accounts which are created in the recruiting site, will be stored in a database. They will be having some. They will maintain their skills, at least few things. Yes, yes, yeah. Every time comes to, I will show you how it looks like. Yeah, like if a recruiter is working on a particular position, and he can see the dashboard, like a dashboard, or he can see like how many people are applying and which people are there at what different positions. If you see here, out of 33 people, 9 people are new candidates here. The thing has been configured, so that's why it's shown. But if you click this position, you can clearly see how many new candidates are there. If you want, we can also job requisition detail. These are nothing but, let me go to the candidates. If I went to the candidates, if I can go here and see that there are 10 new applications. There are 10 new applications here, like an alert coming via email. You can configure, I think you can configure through recruiting. There is a different email settings. All the email notifications are done in a different place, not the place which you do in the performance management and employee central, those all. So at that place, I think we can do it. We can do the set. There are two types of notifications. One is a system notifications, and one more is a, if you see the notifications here, email notifications. I think you can do the both email notifications, and those can be done. These are all related to employee central leave of options. Yeah, these are related to employee central. Okay. And like, let's say if you, and here the system is that if you want this employee, right now this employee is in which state? Onboarding. Okay, we can't move the onboarding back again. uh, New application. Let's say I'm going to the new application. So this guy is a new applicant. If I want to move him to the phone screen, so I can move the candidate to which step, like a phone screen or anything. And we can write some comments and apply the updates. And this person will be automatically moved to the phone screen. So this is how, if you want to disqualify that candidate, uh, who I moved now, I didn't remember actually. Action, move the candidate or disqualify the candidate. Contact the candidate is nothing but by an email. You can directly contact the candidate. This is how, by SMS or both. We can write an email and contact through the system. You can attach some documents, do do all these things. Display options, I think you asked, right? We can only configure here, like what are the things you can show, what are the things we want to see or we don't want to see. It is configurable to every recruiter, right? Every recruiter can configure depending on their need, and not only like one particular system, like all recruiters only see this. We can also configure that, but it's like a filter options for every recruiter, and based on their own need they can just opt these few options. Filter options is nothing but we can filter before that, which we saw is sorting. Here it's like a kind of a filter, like if you want to only see uh, like candidate sources from, you can see different types of like candidate type, internal candidate or from the agencies, or these are the different types of filters we have. So these are the things that we can do from, not only these, there are many things still we can do. Job postings is nothing but if you want to edit some job posting, so yeah, like these two, this particular job posting is already posted. We are seeing the job posting, its name is project manager. It's already posted in the internal career site and also the external career site. If you want to remove the particular job posting, since it's already recruited and the candidate is already recruited into the job, if you want to remove it, you can just remove it. And you can also, there will be a different site for agencies, nothing but like different third party agencies will be having a different site that only those people can see that. So you can also delete that, remove that post from that particular agency's career site also. If you want to, if it's removed, after that if you want to post it, you can also post it, post that back again. I'll show you. It's posted, right? If you want to just post, you can click. That will be automatically posted to the career site. Posting start date contains an invalid date. Yeah, we can just issue the start date and end date. Oh, I have to go to the next month. I'm just showing you the different options in recruiting management. If you guys are already aware of these kind of systems, I'll go start with the uh, our technical things, like how the process we do the star candidates rating is nothing but when someone does the interviews, like uh, if uh, if a candidate is interviewed by a particular person, that person will give the person and HR and hiring manager will give the ratings, like whether he is delivering high quality of work, driving continuous employment, and these all rating. Usually these are not related how the interviews goes. Usually there will be more specific, like whether he is confident or his communication skills, he's directly coming to the point, or and how he is good with the technical skills. So all these different types, based on their different types of jobs, those competencies will be there, and a recruiting manager and HR people and hiring manager, those people can rate, and based on those rating, we can see, since these guys having 4.67, recruiter will go for this guy, right? So this is how the ratings will show. If you want, if I want, I can also rate now.
Sasi,
Yes,
hello.
Subrat. Yes.
Yeah, we have seen in admin center also, no, we are giving rating there, rating of whatever interview we have done. So we are giving rating to candidates in admin center also. So is it same or something different?
In admin center, are we giving some ratings?
Rating for appraisal also, recruiting also, like this.
Oh, that is
I
the
think
rating
earlier,
scale, right? Yeah, rating scale.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, usually we use that rating scale and we will map to the uh, recruiting template, this requisition template.
So actually, first, where we are rating and recruiting here or somewhere in admin center, where we are giving rating to candidate.
In the recruiting, not in the admin center. Admin
Okay,
center is for only admins. This is the recruiting is the where the recruiters open their pages.
okay,
Like if it's a recruiting, success factor system is having only recruiting,
okay,
they will log in and they can see their home page. After that, they will navigate to the recruiting page.
okay. And what about the admin center then? Why we using this rating there?
We are configuring the rating there. We are not using it.
Acha, only configure means once we are giving rating here in recruiting, so we have to configure there itself, right? In admin center.
Once it is configured in the admin center only, then we can use it here.
Okay, means first of all we have to give rating in admin center, then we come to here recruiting.
Yes,
Am I right?
yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Fauzi.
Interview closed, open. Yeah, and this is nothing but interview central. Usually these are all the different closed interviews which are already done. Here you can see what are the open interviews are nothing but which are not already done, and closed are which are already happened. And you can see the rating here. This manager, Mia Cooper, is the hiring manager for this particular position. So she interviewed four different candidates, and if she wants to rate this particular candidate, she can rate now. And this is how it looks like. The rating scale looks. the rating scale which we configure there, it will shows up here, and we can rate each particular a competency or each particular competency, and the average will be calculated. And if you want to add some like hiring manager wants to add some interview notes for the future purpose, like for recruiting manager wants to see, or when they want to see in the onboarding process or something, or next level, they can attach some on these types of documents, like a Word document, PDF, HTML, PPT, or anything they can add uh, for the reference for this requisition. And these ratings will be captured, which I showed you before. Those are these are the ratings that will be captured there. So if we can keep like, since it's 1.67, the system only decided that 5 out of 5, the person who got 5 out of 5, it's going a thumbs up, and rest all people are showing a thumbs down, right? Like this particular manager choose this guy because of these ratings, and he has been opted for the giving the job. And if you want to keep some comments while giving the thumbs up, the manager can also give some comments here. Notes is nothing but if you write or note down something when interviewing that guy, you can just scan that copy or save that copy and import it, upload it here, and system will take care. This is interview central, and interview scheduling is nothing but if there are like 10-15 people applied, like these are the different candidates, different requisitions. Like you see, this is for project manager. Let's take a different one. Yeah, this is for engineer 2. Yeah, here there are engineering 2. Here there are 10 different people applied and 9 not started. And interviews, if you see, there is only one interview, candidates in draft. Not it's not even booked. It's just they are drafting the interview. And if you want to see all the candidates, and you can directly from here schedule the interview for this guy. Start scheduling, and you can integrate the Outlook also. Like what type of interview? It's a phone interview or a virtual interview or a face-to-face. If it's a virtual interview, you can book a room from here. Like if you are in your organization, there will be different rooms, and face-to-face is different types of. Usually, they configure these rooms in the system. If you want to choose, you can choose those. And interview title, you can edit the title, select the rooms. These are the different rooms. Add interviewer by nothing but you can also add interviewers, not only the hiring manager. He can also invite someone in the team or some of his peers to the interview, and he can save the interview.
Shashi, how it is integrated with Outlook?
There is a configuration. We can do that.
Oh, okay.
Like nothing but the meeting will also, we can see the calendar, Outlook calendar, and
Yeah.
Based on our schedule, we can just schedule a meeting.
Right. Okay. So that you will explain later, right?
Yes, that I will explain.
Okay.
I'm just showing you the different options now.
Okay.
I will show. There will be lots and lots of options. I'll going through those one by one.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
And these are the different options in recruiting. Other than these, like usually how it happens is there will be different types of requisition templates. I will show you. Like this is already created jobs, and after the people applied through it from internal site or external site or some agencies, this is how the system looks like. This is how the systems look like, and there are different options to choose the candidates, interview the candidates, give the ratings to the candidates. All these are different options. But if you want to create a new requisition is nothing but a new job posting. You have to click this create new button, and there are two different options. If you have like 10 different, usually some companies will be having 10-20 different types of requisition templates based on their requirement, based on their country. Like US is using this type, one template, Canada one type of template, India one type of template. In India, for new hires, experienced hires, contract people, different requisition template. And usually it depends on the company, there will be different types of templates. Usually these will be the same as the PMGM templates, like in the PM 2016, 17, 18, 19 templates will be there, right? In the same way, these will be different types of job requisition templates. And if you, based on that, which template you want, you have to click this template, and all these will be done by the uh, who the originator, who recruiter, like who is posting the job. They will, in our language, in the success factors now, the terminology is originator. Originator is nothing but who creates a job. If you want to copy, there are three different options. If you want to create from the existing job, copy it from the existing one, you can do it. Browse from the families and roles is nothing but there would be a library, so you can by clicking that, but you can choose that from one of them. Or if you want to create a new one from the scratch, from the blank template, we can do that. Internal job title is nothing but, what is the job title? uh, let's say SF consultant. Approval date, when the job is approved. I don't want July 31st. Who is the hiring manager? So recruiter is, since I'm in this particular account, this is already selected. If you want to change it, you can change that. So these are the basic details, and after that, there will be other details. So what is the external job title? If you want to post it as two different titles, internally and externally, you can do that. Or if you want to use the same, you can use the same title. And these are the different types of statuses of this job, whether it is opened or it's in the phone screening stage or it's as an usually we, most of the requirements, they will keep it as open, because they don't want the external people to know at what stage the job requisition is in. And these are the different, like legal entity is nothing but India, in which legal entity they are going to be hiring, either India, US, or something. Division, which division it is related to, information technology department. Engineering, US. So location, we can choose the location. We are creating a job, right? How it could be, we are creating a job. After we creating a new job, we'll post it to the sites. How it would be rejected and or withdrawn. After creation, yes. After creation, when it goes to that dashboard, then we can see those rejected and withdrawn. Those are there. Actually, if I Those are there already there. Location Dallas, posting country US, job country. Why they used these many country fields? Facility, I don't want it, it's not a required field. Everything which we can configure, like required, not required, all these fields can be configured based in that particular template. Okay, number of openings, uh, two openings are there for this position. Job start date, when the job is going to be started, maybe from October 1st. End date if temporary, no, it's permanent position. Job code if you want to job role. Job function, something finance or commercial. Weekly working hours. Required travel 50%. Required education level, bachelor's, position number, cost center ID. You see all these options, like it depends on the company and the template, like what are the all these options they, what are the options they require. It comes from the requirement. When the requirement gathering is done, they will let us know what are the details that are needed. Full time, part time, there will be usually there are many options configured in this one. Usually there will be some requirements, they need these many. Internal job description header, job description footer. What is if you want a different header there? Yeah, and these are the questions. If you see these questions, uh, there are no saved questions. Recruiting, like minimum work experience. Do you have at least 5 years of experience? Okay, I added this question. And country specific. Are you willing to relocate? Okay, I want to add this question. And describe please your management experience. Comfortable, basic screening. Are you 18 years old? What is your salary requirement? Yeah, let's just add these three. So I added these all these three questions, right? So I can configure here, right? Like these three are required. If you want every candidate to answer these three questions, then you have to keep this thing as required. And these are all multiple choice questions. These are already multiple choice questions. Okay, and what are the multiple choices? If you want to change the type of question, if you want to take it as a rating scale, you can keep the rating scale. Or if you want to keep it as numeric, just they can use only number. Or if you want to keep a free text, you can do that. But usually multiple choice is preferred. Multiple choice is nothing but you will be having an yes or no. Like, do you have at least 5 years of experience? That means it's just an yes or no question, right? So answer range is yes or no. If you want another, you want to keep it, but correct answer is yes. If you want to keep the correct answer as no, you can do it. But we can also choose that, like whether it is a disqualifier or not qualifier is nothing but if you click the disqualifier, and if a particular employee choose when applying for this job, this particular employee choose no instead of yes, the correct answer is yes, but if he choose no, he will be automatically disqualified by the system. Okay, no need of there is no point of again considering that employee. He's only visible in the disqualified, automatically disqualified section. Okay, and if you are not disqualifying this, you can give this like 50% weightage, 20% weightage, and you can give this as 30% weightage. Okay, and you can give the required score as 50. So if he got the 50% of the score only, then he will be considered as a candidate. Otherwise he won't be considered as a candidate. Okay, like let's say this is a disqualifier. If it's a disqualifier, and keep it as 0%, and if it's a 50%, that is nothing but either in these two, he has to at least opt one option. Otherwise, he would be disqualified. So that is how, based on our requirement, we can do whatever. If you want to create our own question, we can create our own question. And there are like 4 different types of options: multiple choice, uh, rating scale based, fill in the blanks, and numeric values. So by using those 4, you can configure whatever the scenario it is required, and you can create these questions and create the requisition. Okay, usually when creating the requisition also, there will be a route map, and it should be gone through a process, and someone like hiring manager in this requisition, once the requisition is created, recruiting team action, after that it goes to a completed stage. But usually there will be uh, sometimes there will be a approval process, like someone would approve this requisition. Once it is approved, it will go to the recruiting team, and after that you will go to the completed stage. Okay. This is how we create, and it will after it is in the second stage, we can see that in the, let me show you once it goes through there. Open job requisitions. I created as a SF consultant. Yeah, job requisitions pending approval. Yeah, it's under the pending approval. So since I am only the HR admin, I can approve it. So once it is approved, all the job requisitions, open job requisitions. So here we can see the SF consultant. So it is like open right now. It's not posted. You can, if you want post, we can post this job. We just created the job requisition, and we got approval from the hiring manager. If you want to involve some other people in the route map, we can involve them. And after that, once we got the approval, we can just post it to different sites. There are 3 different sites, right? So we can add, like we can also add agencies here. Here we have 2 different agencies now. Like if you want to add these 2 agencies, and right now we only, if it is a contracting position or a, please enter a valid start date. If it is a contracting position, usually in the US, the contract employees are only hired through agencies, not through direct job postings. Start date cannot be less than the current date. Yeah, it's posted to these 2 different sites. If you want to post it, you can also do it here. This is once it's posted, after people started applying that, we can see the candidates, how many candidates are applied and which particular position are there, whether they are new application. Once the new application comes in, the recruiter starts calling them and screening them, do the shortlisting, scheduling the interviews, and these all things withdrawn by the candidate, you said, right? One more thing is rejected. Rejected is there will be somewhere the rejected also. Unsuccessful, automatic disqualified. I think unsuccessful is nothing but rejected. Unsuccessful is nothing but rejected. Automatic disqualified is disqualified by the system. Withdrawn by the candidate is withdrawn. So age, you can see the age and hiring manager details here. Status, if you want to change the status, you can cancel, hold, hireable. These all things can be done. So this is how the recruiting process goes, like creating to ending. Any doubts or any questions? Age is requirement. How long it's open? Yes, that's right. Yeah, like it's open for 60 days. You can see that 60 days. Usually, many companies, their main motto is, you can see the average days open. Uh, Main companies, their motto is they want to hire the people as quickly as possible. Usually not in the IT, in the manufacturing, in some other sectors, like if it's a manufacturing company and or a pharma company, or it's a sales company. Some companies need sometimes if it's a particular period of time, they need many people. So at the time they are very hurry and they want to recruit as many positions as required as soon as possible. So they are very particular about the how many days. If it's open for a very long time, uh, they are they would think that our recruiting system is not up to the mark. It should be offered. There are targets based on requirement of company. Yeah, that's true. There should be, and there will be definitely some 30 days, 45 days, 35 days. Mm, and this is the recruiting system. And all the recruiting sites configuring where we check as a report in reporting in the same page which I showed you, the reports. This reports is not for only one module, it's for all the modules. While creating an ad hoc report or while creating a standard report, uh, we can choose from which particular uh, module we want to take a report. Here there will be recruiting V2, recruiting V2 secured, non-recruiting compensation. There are ton of options here. Yeah, recruiting, they require very custom reports. Usually, I also heard many complex. These are the agency, different types of fields which you can use for taking the reports. Yeah, for recruiting also I heard many complex requirements for these reports. Recruiting LMS, they want very particular custom reports. They have some compliance.
So see, why you are using these reports, ad hoc reports? For what particular purpose?
To create some report, like if you want to know how many people applied to this job.
Okay.
And how many people are disqualified, why they are disqualified, what is the reason.
Okay.
And like let's say in the past 30 or 60 days, irrespective of the job position, how many people have been applied.
Okay. And how many you have rejected like this, whatever, right?
Yeah, right. How many rejected, how many got, at what stage they are there.
Okay. And this report will be sent to whom?
Who want who want the who want the report.
No, actually, I just want to know this report where we are sending and why mean we have
Let's
report.
say
Okay. Yeah.
if you are a recruiting admin, you are a recruiting
Okay.
consultant or someone, some
Okay.
HR wants is trying. They will also have some access to take the reports. HRs will also be having access to take the reports.
Okay.
But if they are not able to take some report or they want some custom reports, they will approach you.
Okay.
Then you have to do some
Okay. At that time we have to show
custom.
this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And how this report is generated, means through Excel or Word or
There are few different options. If you want Excel, you can download in Excel.
uh,
CSV is one more option. PDF, PPT
okay.
is also there.
Okay. And what are the things including here in the reports? What are the contents in the reports? Means selected,
There
rejected,
are few
shortlisted.
particular columns. Yeah, there are many particular columns provided by SuccessFactors by default. You can use all those.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Mhm. And coming to the requisitions, sorry, in the recruiting technical thing, there will be a lot of XML configurations in the recruiting. The reason is that there are 5 different templates, and these all templates can be configured through only XML, mostly through XML. One is the job requisition template. Uh, Sorry if I'm typing some spelling mistakes. This template is used to create job requisitions, which we done it now. So this is like if you want what are the different types of fields you want in when creating a job posting, and what are the fields you want to required, and what are the fields you are not required, and if you want a drop downs, you can choose those drop downs, and all these can be configured through job requisition template. And then next one is candidate profile. Usually, this job requisition template is also called as JRDM, job requisition data model, or job requisition template. Uh, Candidate profile is the another XML. It's nothing but while candidate is creating a profile in a in an external career site, what are the fields we want a candidate to use to create a profile? What are the required fields? What are the drop downs? And what are the optional fields? So these are all. This template is used to create that particular profile. Okay, and this is called CPT, candidate profile template. Okay, this is one type of template. And next one is candidate application. Candidate application template, or usually this is called as CADM, candidate application data model. Usually when a candidate is applying to a job, what are the fields he has to fill, and what are the fields he has to mention, whether it should be mapped to a LinkedIn profile, through LinkedIn profile. All these things will be taken care in the candidate application. You can see the differences when I'm showing. And next one is offer letter, offer approval template. There is no any short form to this. Usually they call it as offer approval, a template. Uh, and when offer approval letter has to be given to a particular employee who is selected through a job requisition recruiting process. CPT is nothing but candidate profile template. CADM is candidate application data model. DM is nothing but data model. I'll write it here. job rec data model, candidate. I'm very bad in typing these spellings. Candidate application data model, offer approval. Usually they call it as offer approval template. There is no any full form. Short form. I don't want to give it any name. And the next one is the last one is RCM to EC integration. RCM to EC integration. These are the 5 different XMLs which we use in recruiting, and this one it's only used if there is no EC, if there is no onboarding. If no onboarding, is there in your company instance, then there will be a RCM to EC integration template. That is nothing but once a candidate is selected and hired in the recruiting system, there will be integration to Employee Central. So all the fields which are captured in the recruiting will be transferred to Employee Central through this particular integration template. So once it is hired, automatically that information will be, after the hire date is done, all the processes has been done, the candidate will be directly candidate details, all his details which are captured in the recruiting will be transferred to the Employee Central, and he will be showed as an employee. And all the onboarding processes will be taken care through a paper-based process, or a usually paper-based process, or an external system. If onboarding is there, you should not have to worry about this particular template, and only these 4 should be configured in the system. Okay, any doubts in these 5? And all these 5 can only usually they configured it only through XML. Most of these configurations are only through XML. You have to be know each and every part of the XML to configure these. In PMGM, you should have to know XML only the few parts, right? But here, no, you should have to know. You should have to be at least edit each and every part of XML.
Okay, can you show me in this today or tomorrow, Sasi, in XML?
I will just show you an example XML.
Okay.
But for detail, I'll show you tomorrow.
Okay.
I think I would have something here. Download. Yeah, US job requisition. Yeah, I have one. So this is the US job requisition template. So if you see here, this is how the support languages, field definitions. You see here there are 105 fields. 105 fields defined in a particular, like 105, while creating a job requisition, they have to enter all these fields. And there are different types of fields like text, pick list, instruction, enum, date, job role, job code, all these fields.
So every time you come to Excel and do this, right? Or you done by one?
XML. Yeah, if you are creating a new job requisition template, you have to do it from here. Usually it won't be too much confusing, like basic things like what is the type of the field, ID of the field, whether it is required or not. If it is a custom, yeah, config workbook, you can see those. What to configure? Usually there will be standard fields, like if the custom field is equal to false, or all the standard fields. if some particular fields you can't configure, you can't meet the requirement through standard fields, you have to configure as custom field. What is this? Number of openings. Number of openings is a standard field. VP of staffing. Why they want the vice president of staffing? Usually there won't be 105 fields in the job requisition. This is a a sales demo, so that's why they are having. Usually there will be like a 20, 30 sometimes, 40, 50 sometimes. 105 is too way far beyond. No one will maintain these many kind of fields.
95% work is done in instances, right?
In recruiting,
In recruiting.
if you are doing an implementations, if you are doing an implementation, 70 to 80% of the work to be done, like at least 60 to 70 should be done through XML.
Okay. Once implementation is done, then support work. I think support we don't require every time, right? In XML.
Yeah, unless and until if there is a big issue or they want to create a new requisition templates, you don't require an XML.
Right.
Yeah, XML is not too tough. If you try to practice that, you will get used to that.
But see, actually, what I came to know about suppose you want to get some access in XML, means provision. So you have to go for some examination, delta examination to clear. Is it right?
Yeah, you have to have certification.
Yeah, delta examination I came to know. But if you are going in support project, then I don't think so. They are asking for delta examination. In support project, 95% work is done in instances.
Yeah.
Right, no? Yeah.
And here also there will be field permissions, button permissions, like mobile fields, listing fields, everything will be there. All the XMLs will be the same. The concepts will be the same. Like first we define the fields. After that we'll define the field permissions. Who will be having access to these fields, and which people do you want to restrict these fields from, and what are the button permissions. This is the main parts of the job requisition, and rest are all like just the name, description, and what are the language supported. If you didn't have any other questions, we'll stop it from here and we'll start tomorrow from technical point. Okay.
Yes, Sasi. Sasi, actually, I have checked introduction mystery recording. I think the screen is overlapping, means it comes very slow. So, can anyone check from their end whether it is working properly or not? All recordings.